learning with the leaders. One of these leaders are on the call right now. So Mr. Ajeya Hongo will be giving the training today. So I'm super excited about that, but I don't want to waste anybody's time. It's 9:02. Let's go ahead and get started. My name is Jamal Payne. I'm what they like to call a vice president in this business. That means my business doing between 100 and 250,000 on a monthly basis. A little bit about myself. I was in the military for 13 years, got out, medically retired. And upon doing so, I went into corporate America. I went to corporate America as a financial analyst, guys. And, it's a pretty good paying job, enjoyed myself. But one thing that I did know is I was working a lot of hours. I was 100% time broke. I was working 14, 15-hour days. And that was draining me because I'm a single parent. So, I was missing those times with my children that really count the most. Like when I was in the military, I missed times where I missed my kid, his first steps. And, so those are always times that I'll never be able to get back. And that started just coming up more and more as I was out the military, because I didn't want to continue that same thing and miss those moments that I could never have back. So one thing that happened was I found this wonderful platform, guys, and in a year, it's truly changed my life. I've been able to hit the wonderful title of vice president, been able to truly lock in with my family and my kids and just really help them grow. And my son actually just got started in the business Saturday, and he's super excited about it. He was bugging me. He's like, Dad, I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to go. So he got started in the business. I'm super proud of that. And just been able to really connect with them, make sure that they're having great days, make sure, they don't have to miss those times, those sporting events. I don't miss those anymore. I don't miss the times where, the recitals, and just being able to decompress when they get off the bus and say, guys, how was your day? I don't miss those times anymore. And I'm making almost 2 times as much money as I was making when I was in corporate America. So truly love what I do. Truly grateful to this platform. And the guys, 100% thank y'all for coming on here with us tonight and enjoying this training. So what we like to do, guys, is definitely have some good energy. So drop some fire in the chat if you are ready to take your business to the next level. Drop some fire in the chat if you're ready to be the next 6-figure earner. Drop some fire in the chat if you're ready to be the next vice president in UWE. We want to hear some high energy in here going on. So, hey, let's get this thing started. I'm personally about to go over building relationships and how you can use that to close customers. I pretty much close anybody. So bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna share my screen. Can y'all see my screen? Are y'all seeing the slide one? What screen y'all seeing, guys? Can y'all see it?
The slide.
All right, cool. Awesome. So look, making a connection and building a relationship, guys, that's what this is all about. And why is this important? Because one thing I do know is what business that we are in. We are in the relationship building business. Guys, like the more relationships that you truly build in this business, the more you're going to be able to help a lot of people, right? So everybody, we always tell people to go out there and you make that list. You make the list, make the list. We want 100, 200, 300 people on the list. But a lot of people don't really know what to do with that list. So we want to get that list out, start building relationships with every single person that's on that list. Why would you want to do that? Because people do business with people who they know, like, and trust. And so the reason why we're here, we want to definitely make everybody who we meet, everybody who we speak with, everybody who we talk to, one of either 2 things, 3 things. They need to fit into this CAR element. So they either need to be a customer, an agent, or referral source. So guys, when we're out here, we're not just out here just having conversations for no reason with nobody. We out here with a purpose. We truly want to have every single person that we speak with, know, like, and trust us so they can be a customer, agent, or referral source. Because the more people that you can make that happen, the more people that you will have in your business, the more customers you will end up with signing up for this protection plan, which means the more money that you will make and the more and the faster you will advance in this company. See, guys, one thing that you want to do 100% when you're building these relationships is you want to start with the compliment. That's the great thing you do. You start with that compliment. You're sincere about it. You should always not just try to just say a compliment, just to say it, be something that you're sincere about. So that means you generally need to learn to like people, learn to appreciate people and what they're going through. Why? Because they're going to be the people that's going to change your business. You know, make your compliments stand out. Don't say the same old that everybody else, the most obvious thing about a person. You know, really take your time and give a right compliment when you're doing that. And people will pay attention like, oh man, you took the time to really think about what you were going to say to me. You took the time out to really pay attention. And people will embrace that. That's a really good way to really become somebody's friend real quick. Then you want to justify the compliment. I'm just saying that because this is a reason. You know, I'm just saying this because, you know, like, hey man, I'm just saying this because I was actually going to be working out and man, your shoes are real dope. You know, that'll match something that I got. You know, I'm trying to rock that. You know, where'd you get that from? Because I really love to rock those shoes. So you always want to leave a because on why you got something going on to justify the compliment. And then you respond with a question. Like I said, where'd you get those shoes from? You know, man. And then they're going to have a conversation back to you. And, you know, do you do it often? Make it a habit to compliment people. You want to make this like, you want to like almost have a competition with how many people you can compliment in a day. Just give compliments to compliments. And then sooner or later, once you start complimenting so many people, other people will start complimenting you even when you're not around. So that's a super powerful thing. Then people start talking so much positivity about you, even when you're not there. Those people that you give compliments to, man, it's just amazing how that works out, that you throwing out that positive energy in return will give you back amazing energy as well. Also, you know, after you compliment somebody, you having that conversation, you want to use form. See, guys, form is just a good way to truly get into the conversation, know a little bit more about a person, and help yourself just break down those walls. Again, what are we after? What are we trying to do? Trying to have a relationship that we know, build a relationship with people we know, like, and trust. Why? To get that what we need to get out of, and to be that car for us. So, you know, hey, talk about their family. You know, hey, you got kids, man. You know, I see you got this. You got kids. Oh man, cool. Have that conversation. You know, ask them about their occupation. What do you do? I mean, man, that's a nice car you got there, man. Oh, what do you do? I mean, that look good, man. What do you do, man? What you got going on? Recreation. See somebody you know working out, got workout clothes, man. They fit. Yo, you work out, man. You like what gym you go to? I'm trying to get a workout on myself. You know, hey, I'm trying to lose a couple pounds. You got any tips for me? You know, so figure out that recreation. Then in time with everything else, you know, you can bring up money as far as with a conversation. You definitely don't want to lead with money because it's weird. But you know, you want to form that person and open that door so they can start slowly dropping down those walls and creating yourself the way you can truly have a conversation and be successful with somebody, guys. We're forming that relationship. Guys, you want to start building rapport. Understand that in most times, it's not always going to be about what you say, but how you say it. Your body language makes up 55% of your communication. So when you're speaking with somebody, you want to have that great eye contact, right? You want to really engage with somebody, not just in words, but in your actions, because that's what people are going to really take from the conversation. If you seem aloof, if you seem like you're not really involved with it, like it's just like a chore, it's really not going to be something that's really going to be fruitful for you. Tone of voice makes up 38% of your communication. So you don't want to be all super, you know, a high-pitched tone, low-pitched tone. You want to match what tone that they have. You know, if they're a serious person, you know, if it's a casual conversation, you want to have the same tone in those conversations. Because again, when you're speaking in a toneful way, or when you're changing your tone, it's going to keep people engaged. You know, you don't want to be disrespectful in tone or arrogant when you have a conversation with somebody that you're trying to make a friend or something that you want to make something happen. You're trying to influence somebody to do something that you want, which is just listen to the information truly without any kind of walls up and just truly absorb it, and they can make the decision on what they want to make. And only 7% of what you're going over is actual communication, is words are actually communicated across. So if 93% is body language and the tone of your voice, guys, we got to really work on that. Be mindful of what we're doing, even the way you dress, even the way you come across, guys. If you coming around, if you like Ashley Henry likes to say, you can't sell a dream looking like a nightmare. That's part of your body language, right? So you got to understand how you are coming across as a person. What your page on social media, what is your page saying to your customers, to your friends? What is it saying to them? Are you just a negative person? Or are you that positive person? Are you that person that may be able to get them to their next level? Are you that person that may be able to help them with their credit? Like, what is your page saying about you? What are you saying about yourself? So what we also want to do is definitely be a matching and mirroring, guys. A lot of people, are really energetic, really just, I'm about all in your face and talking real fast, but you want to match the energy of the person that you're having the conversation, that you're building a relationship with. Even in writing, you can tell, tonality, tempo, and volume, even in writing, a lot of times by the words that you say, the way that you come off. I've seen a lot of us as customers, as agents, really put a negative tone out because, they're so insistent on getting the sale, right? They're so insistent, like their tone is like, I need you to get this, I need you to sign on right now. Guys, you don't want to have that. Truly, you want to kind of make it about them. It's not ever about what you want to have happen at it. It's all about the other person, right? And when you face to face, you want to lean into the conversation, make amazing eye contact, appropriate touch, handshakes, things like that, pats on the back, and your proximity. So you want to have like a body length apart. If the person comes in for the conversation, you continue to do so as well. So these are all good things to mirror and match. Why? Because we want to make people comfortable, right? We want to have them comfortable in the conversation. Why? Because comfort drops walls and allows us to get our points across without those roadblocks in the way. Guys, 100%, guys, drop some ones in the chat if you get some good information from what I'm going over, guys, because this will take your business to the next level. I truly, I love making relationships. And the thing that I do very well is I'm gonna make somebody my best friend as soon as I meet them. My kids get on me about it, but you want to start getting out here and making those best friends. So what you want to do also is understanding there are different personalities for different people, guys. So when you have these conversations, you want to be able to just decipher. Like we got to be master sorters, right? We got to sort between what kind of person we're going to get to so we can, again, make it come across better to them so they can absorb all the information and not have those things blocked off. So you have at first, you have somebody that's an urchin, right? An urchin, they love the information. They detail oriented. They're more analytical. They ask a ton of questions. Urchins, be honest with you, can really aggravate somebody who's not an urchin, right? Because, I'm giving you this information. I feel that you should be getting everything that you want, and they're going to come back and ask more questions. It's almost like you can never give them enough information because before they make a decision, they want to know pretty much everything, right? But these people are amazing with what they do because, they're going to get the task done, and they're going to do it just like you say do it, right? They're going to do it right down to the T, but closing them is kind of difficult sometimes. But you just want to realize that they start asking, so how many people back out? How many people get results? How long would this take? The more questions they ask, odds are they're going to start falling to that urchin category. Next, hey, drop, please, if you're an urchin, if you feel that you're an urchin, drop urchin in the chat. Next we got our dolphins, right? Very social, extrovert, want to have fun, super chatty, but it's me focused, right? So a lot of people, they want to be the life of that party, especially when you're going to having conversations with these people. You truly want to show what we're doing. We want to show that we're having fun out here. And this is one of the things that on your page is truly going to attract these dolphins is you showing, like, when we go to South Carolina, definitely have pictures up there for them of us out there having fun, having a good time. Also, we want to have testimonials of people who are living in that car that they like or getting the home that they want. This is going to really attract, these extroverted people that really want to have fun, that really want to just, that are truly me focused and want to have, that nice clothes and things like that. Those are your dolphins. So you want to attract those people with those things. So, hey, drop dolphins in the chat if you're more of a dolphin. So look, next we got the whales as well. The whales they're super reliable, right? Helpers, friendly, focused. But one thing about a whale is they kind of resist change. So they kind of stuck in their ways, right? So, when you do this, you really want to make it about other people. That's going to help you help a whale understand the importance of what you're saying. Is make it not about them and what all can happen, but look, make it about their children. Make it about what's going to happen when they get their credit repaired, what's going to happen for their, helping their community, being able to spread that, change generational wealth for not only themselves, but for their lineage. right? Because they're always going to do things for other people. That's what makes them tick, is somebody else, not exactly themselves. And then next, you got the sharks. Hey, if you're a whale, definitely drop a whale in the chat. If you're a shark, you're usually ambitious, super competitive, results focused, love money, and ignore, the bad thing usually about sharks is that they kind of ignore other people's feelings, because they're so goal oriented. They're so focused on the goal that they can lack empathy sometimes. But these sharks, man, you do want sharks on your team. Sharks make amazing salespeople. Sharks are, again, you tell them a goal to go get it. You throw a competition out there. You throw, who's winning your trial run competitions, right? Those are your sharks. Who's out here, if somebody gets a sale, they're going to come back and get it next. Somebody gets promoted, they get their feelings and they're like, no, I got to make this happen next time. Those are your sharks. And, drop a shark in the chat. I think I'm more of a what? Y'all think what, a whale? I'm going to say I'm a whale, but, definitely drop those, sharks in the chat, guys. And you want to, again, relate to how you're going to come off as well. Because a lot of these things, when you're coming off, you may not know it, but you gotta change the way you react, because you want to mirror somebody else, because it's not about yourself, it's truly about them. So you want to understand the person some more, guys. And when you're doing that and you're having those conversations, you want to lean on those pain and pleasure points, right? So when you breaking this down, you formed them, you kind of realize what kind of person they are. So you want to start learning what those pain and pleasure points are, right? So you want to definitely boost up the pleasure point and press down on the pain points, right? So let's just say you talk to somebody and they're super social, right? They love to do things and they got children, because you talk to them, you formed them, and they got a family. But what they are doing as far as their job is they're working this long job and they don't have time to be with their family, right? So you want to press down on both of those, especially with what we have going on, and just leverage that to become successful with the conversation, because those are all things that you can do that's going to really get that person to open up to you and what you're trying to say. Especially, let's say, talk about somebody with their credit, right? They can't get the car that they're looking for. They're getting the car that they want, right? And they really want this car and they're not able to get it because of their credit. So you want to push down on that credit, right? Push down like, man, I know the feeling. I've been there before. I truly understand what it's like to not be able to get the car that I'm looking for. But man, once you do, man, it's going to just, it takes that anxiety off. You're going to be out there and go get whatever you want to and put you in a position of success. So, but I definitely understand. And when you do, you throw another compliment out there, but when you make it happen, you're going to be looking so amazing in that car. Go ahead and pick out that home that you want, whatever it is that they're trying to get done. You definitely want to connect it with them. Push down on the pain point, push up on the pleasure point. It's going to create a situation where you can go for an easy close, right? And then you want to create interest in the conversation. So you want to make a big claim, right? So look, oh man, I definitely want to put, in a position of where you're getting that 750 credit score. On average, it takes a while to get there, but I want to have you at a 750 credit score. And they go like, oh man, I was good with a 650. A 650, let's shoot for that 700. I want all my current customers to have a 700 credit score. And it's going to have them listen like, oh man, he putting out 700 credit scores that I need to have a conversation with this dude, right? And you want to justify it because I really want to help 500 people become homeowners this year. So I want you to be one of those people. I want to help 500 people get into the car of their choice, or be 700 credit score people, so I can have that testimonial, because I love the testimonials to help other people. So, and then you want to make the benefit either going to be actual and tangible for them, So you want to make sure that benefit is something that they can feel, they can hold, and they can embrace, because you needed to touch their emotions, right? And make them really feel it. And then, you want to go into your closing script after that to get them people closed. And then the way to overcome rejections, guys, you always going to get rejections. There's never going to be 100% plan to close anybody. So you want to listen intuitively, right? You want to listen to everything that they're saying. You don't want to butt in. If somebody's a talker, let them talk. People do not get somebody actually sit there and listen to them when they're having a conversation. So you want to let them have that conversation, let them talk. Then you want to agree. The first thing you want to agree to everything that they're saying, right? Oh man, even the fact that, man, look, credit ain't nothing, right? Credit, oh man, I was there, man. Shoot, I remember when I thought credit wasn't nothing either. I thought, I was never taught financial literacy. So man, I definitely agree why you saying something like that, because I want to talk the same thing, man. But upon getting my credit repaired, man, it's been such an amazing thing because I've been able to get this home, or I've been able to help so many people see the value of this, and now they are being able to meet their goals and tell stories about it, right? Your story, if you don't have your own story, leverage somebody else's story. Hey, and if you're trying to get them to become an agent, leverage a leader's story. From Ajeya to Daryl, they all have amazing stories. Leverage their story until you have your own. And then, if I could show you a way to where you could get that home, if I could show you a way to where you could earn that extra income, would you take a look at it? Would you be interested in it? And that's going to put you in a position of success. And most people, when you say that, if I would you, it's definitely going to be like, yeah, after you done laid the groundwork and, and you come back with that as a rebuttal, a lot of people are just going to say, yeah, I'll be interested. And then encourage it once they do say, yeah, I'll be interested. You truly want to encourage that, almost like celebrate them for making that decision that you were looking to make happen. And so one thing that you can do as far as when someone does have a rebuttal of overcoming that rejection is you can show a demonstration, an example, give facts, exhibit chronologically through how you done it. So, a lot of times I like to say, how they like, I want to make this much money at a time, especially as being an agent, or get my credit score here, there. So I can chronologically show, my pathway to making that happen, and it becomes successful. You want to use an analogy, a testimonial. Testimonials, man, are like 10 facts, right? For every one positive testimonial, it's going to be like 10 facts to a person. So you want to just line up on the testimonials. A first person testimonial of a person is just people pretty much lay down from a friend. 84% of the people trust word of mouth recommendation, right? So you want to have those testimonials out there and get that true referral, because again, it's going to have them put down those walls again to help you become successful. And the statistics, you want to have those statistics, especially for those urgent people. And that's going to help you break down that wall and close them as well. So truth be told, what we're doing is persuading. In the art of persuasion, the actor persuades himself first, and through himself, the audience. So guys, you want to be gung-ho about this. The best way for you to truly believe what you're selling is for you to get your credit repaired. It's for you to be locked into these services, and for you to put yourself, in that position of success. So when you have a communication with somebody, you're not trying to convince yourself first before you convince somebody else. So guys, that's my first part. And the last part is definitely how to go into this situation to close a customer, right? Because that's what we're trying to do, right? We're trying to close customers. We're trying to build relationships to get to that first part of their card. So 3 things that we want to do, right? We want to keep it real simple on the close. We want to definitely show empathy. You can show empathy through your tonality, through your words. When you tell somebody that you understand what they're going through, you don't want to tell them, you don't want to make them feel bad about things that they're dealing with. You want to truly use that empathy, and you want to have extreme confidence when you speak to them. You want to speak with absolute certainty that they can achieve their goals. Now, there is a chance that they will not. We cannot say we're 100% guarantee that you're going to get the results. But when you speak with a way of like, yeah, I'm really wanting to help you do that. But based off the statistics, we're going to get you in a place of success and have you out there in that car that you're looking for. So you want to have absolute, what we like to call posture in your conversation, because that confidence will definitely be exuded to your customer. And next, you want to identify their goals and the timeline, and you get that done. So first thing you want to do when you're talking to somebody is say, hey, what positive things do you want to make happen? And what time frame are you trying to do that in? So are you trying to buy a car, get a home, even start your own business? And that's going to kind of give them some hints and get them to talking by asking questions, right? They're going to answer you back. Next, you want to, identify the positives and negatives on their credit report. So, do you have any negative items on your credit that you'd like to have removed? Also, do you have any positive credit forms of credit lines on your that need to be that you have as well? So that's going to help you understand, let them know that there's a pain point, right? So they have a pain point, and then you can identify your other auxiliary services with the positive. If they don't have credit cards, perfect thing to put in a secure credit card there for them and put them in a position of success with that, and let them know that's going to be the thing that's going to help them get that positive credit score that they're looking for. Explain the process, which we have next. Send the protection plan, mention 3 services to add to that value. Also, you want to, let them know the price point and the rebuttal. But so this process that we use is very simple in our language. What I like to say, this is the basis of it. But, we leverage the Fair Credit Reporting Act to get those negative items taken care of. Based upon that, we can dispute all negative items, all negative, duplicate, or inaccurate items on your bankruptcy. It doesn't matter what it is. Anything, on your credit report, it could be bankruptcies, tax liens, repossessions, charge off medical bills. It does not matter. With our credit attorneys, leveraging that Fair Credit Reporting Act, we can get those things removed. So the process is very simple. We will dispute all negative items to be deleted or updated to reflect paid as agreed. We'll pull your credit report, perform a detailed analysis, then dispute every negative item on your report at the same time with all 3 credit agencies, creating a quick turnaround. On average, I do need to be transparent. On average, it does take about 30 to 45 days to see a result, we recommend on best results 3 to 6 months. Does that sound good to you? I always like to end on a question to get them talking again, because once they go there, I want to go to the next part, right? I want to talk about the protection plan and let them know those protection plan things that we have going on. So here's the protection plan right here. So you want to pick 3 things that you like best first for our new people. But more than anything, you want to kind of relate that, to what they got going on. So, let's say they got high debt, right? They got high debt. They can't get into a home and their credit's bad. So we got a debt reducer. We got a budgeting tool, and we got the credit restoration, right? I like to use identity monitoring, especially somebody ever asked about a scam. I'm 100% using $1 million identity theft protection. So what you want to do is kind of mirror what they got going on to fit into the situation to help yourself add value and add so much value, because these services are amazing. So you want to add so much value into the conversation that, $89 a month just seems like a take, they cheating you, right? Because you want to make it all about the person who is there. And these are the price points that we want to go over. So you definitely want to let them know it's $89 a month, $99 one-time activation fee. And you want to break it down on how the payment structure is going to work for them. Then it'll be $69 a month after your 3rd payment, all the way up to $49 if you stay for a year using the other services. But I do like to let them know that it is usually 3 to 6 months to get that credit repaired and put them in a position of success. Then I want to go, for the close and make sure that they, I really want to go for the close. And once you go for the close, you want to be quiet as a mouse when you do it, right? So you want to, they didn't let me do it. So you want to go to that close and just be quiet, because you want to create that tension that's going to cause them to either A, say yes, or let you know what their reason why they can't. And once they do that, you want to go to the rebuttal. And these are some quick rebuttals that we do have. You want to offer them a discount. I'm offering a Facebook special, take $50 off, but you have to make a post for me. That's a great way to get trial runs and get customers. If they say something about another competitor, boom, we're going to contest all negative items with all 3 credit bureaus. We're not going to try to keep you on a service for 2 years. We're going to try to get it done in 3 to 5 months, put you in a position of success. Why? Because we want to see you get into that, make that goal happen as soon as possible, right? So then you can leverage the power of 5 where they can get their payments for free. All they got to do is refer 5 people. That's going to get you more customers, and everybody loves free, right? So you want to make sure that happens. Also, after you do that, after you give that rebuttal, be quiet as a mouse again. Let them tell you what the next step to be. Because again, you can do several rebuttals. You don't want to make this last too long. Usually 5 to 8 minutes is what I like to say, guys. And now you're closing customers in a very efficient way. So definitely use this, guys. That's my time. I hope y'all got some great value from my presentation. Next, I definitely want to bring on a great mentor. She truly is a superstar in this business. She what they like to call a senior vice president under the age of 30. One of the first people who I actually met when I came to the convention in Atlanta. And man, she's just been a superstar ever since then, helping a lot of people and continuing with this movement of strong women leading UWE. So Miss Ajeya Hongo, did you make it on the call today?
Yes, I'm here. Can you see me? Can you hear me okay?
Definitely can.
Wow, thank you so much for having me. I'm super excited to be on with you guys tonight. I definitely give it back to you. Jamal did an amazing job. Let's drop some threes in the chat for Vice President Jamal Payne, you guys. Didn't he kill that presentation, man? I'm telling you, it's very, very important to know the type of people that you're dealing with on a daily basis. And it's also very important for you to know exactly who you are. And so with that being said, it's a few things that I wanted to share with you guys. For those who don't know who I am, I came across this platform about 5 years ago, almost 6 years ago. And at the time, I actually was a struggling single mom living paycheck to paycheck. I had my own business, but my business wasn't generating me any type of income, which positioned me to literally have to get a job at a call center making $8.25 an hour. How many of you guys can agree or ever been in a position or probably can relate to living paycheck to paycheck, right? It was very, very frustrating, trying to figure out how to make ends meet. By the time it was payday, I had to pay the payday loans back. Like, it was just very, very frustrating. And so when I came across this company, it was just a no-brainer. I was a victim of identity theft, as I shared. From leveraging the services, my credit score went from a 490 to a 750. We're now literally building our home from the ground up. When I tell you guys, my investment portfolio, because of this company, my family will never have to even think of finances again, because we were able to build this thing. We didn't take it for granted. When I tell you we did not take this for granted, we used that to really be able to open more doors for not just me, my family, the team. I just want to tell you guys something. Y'all have something giant here, right? Y'all have a giant business. And what I mean by that is it's so easy to literally take it for granted because it's only $299 to get started. But what you guys don't understand, traditional business owners end up going bankrupt after a year, probably not even a year, because it takes a traditional business probably up to $50,000, well, not even up to, but minimum $50,000 they have to actually invest. And they have to think about overhead. They have to think about the machines. They have to think about literally every single thing, the rent of the place. It's so many things that traditional business owners have to think of. But the crazy thing is, you guys started a multi-million dollar business just for $299. So just really going back to that, like, this network marketing is literally the best platform for anybody to explore their entrepreneur potential. And so one of the things that I want to share with you guys, how many of you guys actually feel you would like to literally enroll more agents? Drop some ones in the comment section, right? You want to enroll, you feel like you really need to enroll more agents. That's something that you're struggling with. Let's really have a transparent conversation. Well, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. There was a time where I was only a person who brought in customers, right? You feel like you can bring in the customers, but you can't bring in the agents. Am I talking to the right people tonight? Drop a 1 in the comment section. Well, one of the things that I was trained on that literally changed my whole business forever was, let's think about this. When we think about why people actually need our services, we think about, okay, well, for one, that person has less than bad credit, but we don't look at the factor of why that person has less than perfect credit, right? Well, for one, for an item to fall negatively or negatively impact the credit score or the credit report, right? It needs to literally default going into charge off and then going into collection status. So one of the things that I started to identify was, okay, this person is saying they have collections. They're saying they have student loans. They're saying, oh, I can't afford the $89 right now. I have to wait a couple of months. That was letting me know that every single prospect, in a way, every client, honestly, is potentially an agent. Why do I say that? Because if a person is coming to you with bad credit, that lets me know they didn't have the money to make the payments on the account, which is why they resulted in having bad credit. Does that make sense? Drop a 1 in the comment section. So instead of me literally saying, hey, okay, go ahead and contact me when you get paid, I said, hey, do you keep your income options open if the money is interesting? Because I'm going to be honest with you, it's very hard for you. Like, let me ask you a question real quick. What is your credit goal? What are you trying to get to? A lot of people want to get to that 700 plus, right? So it's impossible for a person to maintain that if they don't have the income to back it up. So just because you sit there and they want to be a customer, sometimes those people are really agents. Why? Because they need to add to their income. Because for one, if they're already living paycheck to paycheck right now, right, and they're not even able to pay on their bills, that's letting you know they need to add to their income to sustain the 700 plus credit score that they're going to get from our program. Does that make sense? Drop a 1 in the comment section. So my conversation started changing. Instead of trying to get them in as a customer to pop a cab, I had a real transparent conversation. I made it about them. I said, hey, let me ask you a question. With the 700 plus credit score that you actually want to obtain, can you maintain it with the income that you're making today? Guess what? The answer was always no. So I said, okay, let's talk about the business side, because not only do you want to get there, but the problem is you're not going to be able to maintain it. It just doesn't make sense, right? So now I'm having a transparent conversation, and I'm also sharing stories of, okay, well, to be honest, when I saw this platform, yeah, I had a 490 credit score due to being a victim of identity theft. But I also knew if I was to actually obtain my credit score goal of the 700s, it was going to be hard for me to keep up with that, because I was already living paycheck to paycheck. I could barely pay my rent. I could barely fill up my gas tank. I could barely literally, there was a time where I couldn't even buy my child formula. Just having a real conversation. So I knew if I was in that position and this company really worked, the services really worked, and I was to gain the credit score that I wanted to see, I was going to lose it before I even gained it, because I was not going to be able to pay the credit cards down. I was not going to be able to get more extended credit lines. I was not going to be able to keep my balances under 30%. I was not going to be able to make the payments on time. Are you guys following me? Drop a 1 in the comment section. This is going to change everything for you. Just going back and having a conversation with the people who said, I don't have the $89. I don't have the $299. Just because they don't have the $89 does not mean they're not going to have the $299 to be able to change their financial situation forever. Does that make sense? So instead of us enrolling 8 customers, 10 customers a month, we started enrolling 13 agents a month and 27 customers a month. We started enrolling We started enrolling 20. There was a time, I think, I don't even know. It was 22 agents, 27 agents, because the conversation was different. I literally heard, I was literally listening to what the people were saying, and just in their language of them saying, hey, I just couldn't afford it. I'm unemployed right now. I started having those conversations, and people started coming up with the money because they saw the value in what they needed to change. Okay. So that's all what recruiting is. Recruiting is literally not only educating people and helping them understand financial literacy, but recruiting is also showing them the solution to helping them benefit, because now they're removing the problem. Okay. When you do it this way, instead of, all you got to do is sign up, you make $100 per person and you do this and you do that. And no, showing them really what this can do for them versus what it could probably do for you will change the whole game of you recruiting. Now, recruiting, let's have another conversation. Your family and friends, how many of you guys don't have family and friends supporting your business right now? Drop a 1 in the comment section. I really want to see how many people's being supported right now, because I was an individual who did not get support. Some of you guys are waiting for your family and friends to support you for you to literally launch your full potential with this business, and it's not going to happen. There's never going to be a right time. There's never going to be a perfect time. There's never going to be the time. Why? Because those people cannot fathom them coming from the same exact place that you came from and you doing a lot better than them. Does that make sense? So for one, we're moving that out of the equation, because another thing, a business owner, because this is a business, does not rely on family and friends to build a business. Okay. In a perfect world, if they all joined your business right now, would that get you to 6 or 7 figures today? What's the answer? Can y'all drop it in the chat? Anybody? No, exactly. If Walmart and Target was to depend on the support of their family and friends, they would not be international right now. So same thing here. They're going to support you. Your warm market is going to support you later after you succeed. The people who don't even know you, the strangers, are going to support you while you're trying to succeed. Okay. That's one of the things that I really wanted to just really have a transparent conversation with, because a lot of people are literally just emotional off of not having the support and understanding you have the support here on the line. You have a team, you have your upline, you have, you guys, like, come on, they really want to see y'all win. Another thing that I wanted to talk about is pivot or perish. Okay. If you want to recruit more people, that lets me know I need to talk to more people. I need to push out more content. Let me be honest here. What's really pivoting today, like, you have to look at, okay, where we are today, right? You have to look at where we are today. Where's the world going today? And honestly, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's like, it seems like video is taking over right now. And I'm really, and just gonna put this out there, I have built 100% of my business online. One of the things that I actually realized is posting photos is not going to cut it anymore, especially in 2022. People are they're very sick of getting scammed. They're very sick of wasting money, wasting time, right? So what's very, very important to understand in today's world, right? In 2022, video is going to be the fastest way for you to really get out there when it comes to building your business online. One of the things that I realized is TikTok, man. Like TikTok Reels, you don't have to be perfect. You don't have to literally be the person to come up with the idea. All you need to do is find a video that goes viral and recreate it with your own personality. This is something that me and the team, we've been doing. A lot of them been going viral, just crazy, because they're finding credit videos on TikTok and they're recreating it with the wording and everything. And literally it goes viral. So that's one of the things that you guys can do. Another thing that is very, very important when it comes to putting the content out there, it's the follow-up. How can you track your activity? This is another thing that you want to do. You want to make sure that you're tracking your activity. And so there's an app called Q-Tally. I'm going to drop it in the chat. Anytime that I have a trial run running, I tap the screen and it adds like a point. Like, it's so dope. Let me put this in the chat for you. It's called Q-Tally. So anytime that I want to track my business and what I do every single day, because understand at the end of the day, we're business owners, okay? We are responsible 100% for our business and how we run business. And so what I like to do is I like to track the activity that I do, that I use every single day. Something that we've also been doing as far as activity, just a few daily methods of operations, is one of the things that we've been doing is we send happy birthday messages every single morning. How do you do the TikTok videos? Ooh, so that's a whole training. I would literally YouTube, but all you have to do is literally just, like I said, search in TikTok. Like Instagram has a search bar, Facebook has a search bar, TikTok has a search bar where you can literally search credit or credit hacks, whatever. I would find a viral video and recreate it just like that. Same sound you want to use, same verbiage, all of that, and then watch it go viral. And that's like, honestly, TikTok in the past 2 months, we've enrolled, actually, I just started doing this. Last month, we enrolled 27 customers just off of TikTok. So TikTok is amazing. It's a funnel. Another thing is Reels too. Not trying to go off topic here, but Reels, what I'm realizing is if I post a picture, it's not cutting it. Like, nobody cares about pictures. It's not pushing it out to your timeline. But as soon as you do a Reel, it pushes it out not just to your followers and more of your followers, but it also pushes out to a lot of people who are not following you. So when I say pivot or perish, what's killing it right now when it comes to social media is videos, live video. Are you adding calls to action? Okay. One of the things that I do, let's just say I listen to a podcast today. I'll literally have something like my notes outlined of what I learned today, bullet points, and literally do a live about it, elaborating on some of the things that I learned. because just how you felt like you needed that book, you needed that motivation, or you needed that value to really help you strengthen certain areas with your business, your audience needs the exact same thing too. That's just a live video tip. A lot of my live videos and whatever trainings and stuff like that, it comes from podcasts. It comes from a lot of the personal development that I do. Calls to action. This is how you're going to get more engagement on your posts. How many of you guys feel like you have a lot of friends, you have a lot of followers, but you're not getting a lot of engagement? Drop a 1 in the comment section. Well, calls to action is very, very important. See, calls to action, if I go live, it's literally asking your audience and telling them what to do, right? A lot of us, we want engagement, but we don't ask for it, right? For instance, I could be going live. Hey, you guys, Ajeya reporting to you live from Las Vegas. If you're watching this right now, drop a 1 in the comment section. If you're watching the replay, drop a 2 in the comment section. If you're new to my page, drop new in the comment section. So what I'm doing, they don't even understand what I'm really doing. I'm asking them to drop engagement so it can boost my posts to the top of their newsfeed. Not their newsfeed, but my newsfeed. Because the more engagement that you have on a post, the more people start to see your post. Does that make sense? Can y'all drop a 1 in the comment section? Y'all, I'm going to ask for a lot of 1s because it lets me know that we got energy on the line. It keeps me energized. It keeps me excited to know that you guys are really finding value from this. So love y'all to death. Anyways, calls to action is what literally changed everything for me. Okay. Calls to action. A lot of you guys are missing that. If you're doing a caption, it needs to say, if you can relate, drop a heart below in the comment section. If you found this valuable, drop a heart below, drop a fire sign below. You know, I'm asking people to do exactly what I want them to do. Hey, if you found value, please hit the follow button. Feel free to follow. Like calls to action in my reels. I'm adding calls to action. If you're a single mom and you can relate, follow and drop a heart below. Like I'm telling people what to do. And that right there has changed everything for me. It has changed the engagement. It has changed my algorithm. A lot of things also, you want to make sure that you're responding to a lot of people's comments, because guess what? That also drives more people to see your posts, okay? Calls to action is going to be the biggest game changer to business, because it also lets you know who your prospects are. Now, another thing that I'm going to share with you guys is one of the things that me and the team does for us to get a lot of customers, for us to get a lot of agents, is literally if I post a picture, and I'm pretty sure you guys heard this before, but this is an activity that we do every single day. We follow up with the people who like and comment on our content. If I have a post right now and I take or let's just say I take a picture with you guys like, hey, training the team, right? And I post it, guess what I'm going to do? I'm going to follow up with every single person who liked that post. And I'm going to message them saying, hey, Daryl, thank you so much for the love on my previous post. Were you interested in working from home or whatever it is that I do? Or were you just being supportive? Either way, I appreciate you. So then it opens up the gate of people asking, hey, yeah, what is it that you do? Because I do see you do work from home. I've been thinking about messaging you, but I haven't. So we're not waiting for people to come into our inbox. We're going out there making the engagement. And honestly, does it sound like you're robotic? Like, does it sound like you're not being yourself when you do it that way? Hey, Daryl, thank you so much for the love on my previous post. I truly appreciate it. I was just wondering, were you interested in being supportive, or thank you for dropping it in the group. I love it. So you be on the trainings. Thank you, Christina. So that's another thing. If it's about credit repair, I send them that message as well. Hey, Christina, were you interested? Thank you so much for the love on my previous post. Were you interested in credit repair or our new secured card, or were you just being supportive? Either way, I appreciate it. And you'll be amazed at how many people will literally say, actually both, or, hey, actually, yeah, I do need to build my credit. How does the credit repair work? Like literally go out there, create the content and follow up. That's the number one thing that people are not doing. Like content is currency. If you even comment on a picture, let's just say my daughter, right? I'm taking a picture of my daughter. We're at the park. I'm still going to send you a gratitude message, because again, you got to understand those people don't have to engage with you. And then it's also very important before you go live or before you put up a post, you want to warm up your audience. And how you can do that is you can literally comment on a few people's stuff who recently posted and then go live or then put your post out, because now those people are going to come back to your page and then they're going to see your live. Okay. This is a lot of like, is this value or what? Can y'all drop value in the comment section? So I know I'm all over the place, but I'm just trying to make sure I pour, like what I love doing is pouring all of me into people. And it's, I don't know, it's just a habit. Like I literally try and give you everything that I know within a few minutes. But that's one of the things, like I said, pivot or perish. You have to literally look at, okay, where are we in 2022? And the way that I'm moving, are we moving as if we're heading towards 2023? And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, video is just what's taking over. Live video is the fastest way that you can get engagement, right? Live video is how you're gonna, just like Vice President Jamal Payne said earlier, people like to work with who they know, like, and trust. They're not gonna know you. They're not gonna be able to like you, or really get to know the passion behind the posts or behind the pictures, right? They're not going to be able to know that person unless you go live, right? Like I said before, a lot of people are tired of being scammed. A lot of people are tired of wasting money. And a lot of people are literally tired of just, not realizing, well, not realizing, but not, they're just tired. Let's just be honest. They're just tired. So the only way that you're going to set the pace, and that, like, for honest, just being honest, it's about how much more attention can I get from, if I got all these people who are doing credit repair, how can I get people to literally gravitate towards me? And so it comes with you being yourself. It comes with you adding value. Just like I stated, I listen to podcasts. I work on personal development every single day. Every single Sunday, my whole day is about personal development. How much personal development are you literally doing? Because if the activity is up here and you have no personal development, it just doesn't make sense. Importance of, absolutely. So investing into your business is also another very important thing. Are you showing up to the events? I don't know any 6-figure, 7-figure earner who doesn't show up to events. I don't know any 6 to 7-figure earners who literally show up to trainings when it's convenient. I don't know any 6 to 7-figure earners who don't lead by example. See, leadership isn't just a title. It's a verb. It's an action. It's literally what you do. If you want your team to get more enrollments, if you want your team to literally move, you got to set the pace. You can't be in management mode telling them exactly what you want them to do and you're not doing it. And so I'm just going to be honest with you. That was something that I had to check myself on, because I'm like, there was a point in time where I'm like, okay, y'all need to get 20 enrollments this month. And I wasn't even getting 20 enrollments. So again, the leader literally sets the pace, right? If you want your team, if you want, this momentum creator, or you want, somebody who's literally going to come in and just kill it. Well, what type of energy are you showing do you have when you show up? What type of energy do you have when you're on social media? What type of energy, you got to be exactly, well, honestly, I'm gonna be honest. You're going to literally attract who you are. So I have something called an alter ego. A lot of you guys may feel that I'm very extroverted, I'm very loud, whatever, when it comes to training. But honestly, if you know me personally, I'm very extroverted, introverted. But when it comes to showtime, you got to be that person times 100, right? So also it's very, very important. What type of energy are you putting out there? Are you leading by example, right? Another thing, I'm just trying to make sure that I get into everything. Birthday messages is another daily method of operation that we do every single day. Okay. Every single day, the team and I, we go to Facebook and we send a morning message, a happy birthday message saying, hey, Susan, happy birthday. Wishing you nothing but prosperity and growth in 2022. I hope you enjoy your birthday. Just off of that, I got people who said, hey, I've been needing to get with you about that credit. I've been needing to get with you about the business. How much is it again? Okay, I'm going to sign. I actually just enrolled an agent just off of doing that the other day. So it's all about, again, the relationships. As you shared earlier, are you building relationships with people? Again, people like to work with who they know, like, and trust. So how are you building that relationship? It's not about that person buying right now. You want to think long-term. We're not thinking we're not thinking in a way of having a transitional business. We're thinking about long-term here. So you got to build those relationships. You got to talk to more people. The difference between you and a top leader is we just get more no's. But you can't let that discourage you. You can't be attached to the outcome. Let me go ahead and send a couple of these messages. Let me go ahead and send 10 messages today. And then if I don't get an enrollment, then that's it. You can't do that. You got to be willing to put the work in first, getting underpaid for a short period amount of time. So then you can get fairly paid, and then you can get overly paid for a long period amount of time. So it literally starts with you being detached from the outcome. I don't wake up every single day like, oh, my team better do this. I always have expectations on myself versus somebody else because I'm always disappointed. And that's the exact same thing that's going to happen to you. Always have expectations on yourself. You want the team, you want to go to vice president, you want the people who are going to produce. Guess what? You got to go out there and find more people. Also understand this, 20% of the people is going to do the work. So if I brought in 5 agents this month, I'm not going to sit here and celebrate on those 5 agents I brought. I'm going to keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going, keep going. Because I already know the statistics of California. It's 39 million people in California. It's 21 million people in the state of Texas of 2020. So why am I going to celebrate off of the 5 enrollments that I enrolled? I don't care if you got 100 agents. You got to keep going. Like a lot of you guys, you want to be a 6-figure, 7-figure earner. You want to build this impact. You want to build generational wealth. Well, what does that look like? It's based off of the amount of impact that you're doing. It's based off of the amount of people that you're educating. Because again, we're not here to sell anybody. We're here to educate people. I don't need to educate somebody on why they need to fix their bad credit, because guess what? I'm not getting declined. You not fixing your credit is not going to get me declined with the banks. So I'm not about to convince you. I'm not about to convince somebody to make extra income from home, because you not making extra income from home isn't interfering with the legacy that I'm creating. And that's how you guys have to literally think, because that's really what it is. We don't convince people. It's all about educating people. At the end of the day, what I love about our platform, you got credit repair, you got the other tools, educating people on financial literacy. And guess what? You got the business side. So how does it go hand in hand? It's not like we selling lotions, potions, hair, and all this other stuff. People need this. It goes hand in hand. Again, you cannot maintain a 700 credit score with that, with not having the income to back it up. So literally an assignment that I would do today, getting off of here, I would contact every single person who told me they don't have the money. Every single person who said, oh, I'll think about it. Are they on a trial run? I know Jermaine. I know he's huge on trial runs, right? I know Daryl is huge on trial runs. Because when you put people on a trial run, guess what? It's all about the fear of loss. So if I put this person on a trial run, it's about creating that belief, right? It's about them seeing the belief or creating the belief of knowing that they can do this. So stop trying to convince people and start trying to educate people. And when you go off of who am I going to help today? Who am I going to serve today? Who am I going to educate today? The process will not be boring. The process will not be frustrating. The process will just get easier and easier, honestly. Like when I stopped trying to convince people, it just got easier and easier. So that's just one of the things that I wanted to share with you. Did I miss anything, you guys? I know I'm all over the place. I hope you guys are getting value from this. I'm trying to give y'all as much as I can, but am I missing anything? I'm glad.
No, that was real great.
Awesome. So I truly do appreciate you guys for having me. Jermaine, I really do appreciate you for having me. I'm excited for y'all. Like I said, be detached from the outcome. Go out there. You are literally in the business of impact. And there is no better model or industry than network marketing. Because again, network marketing is the best platform for somebody to literally experience their entrepreneurial potential. And so I'm just grateful that I was on here to share those nuggets with you. Jermaine, I appreciate you for having me. I'm definitely going to pass it back to you. Thank you so much.
All right, guys. So you heard it there first. Trial runs, very major impact. Jamal did a phenomenal job at breaking down the services and breaking down exactly how to develop and cultivate good customer relationships. Ajeya did an excellent job at breaking down DMO. So, it's not left for me to do, but say, let's get it. Let's get to work. Y'all have a blessed evening. God bless.